Alright, so last episode I forgot to add in anything about the Blue Dancer Charm. So here on the Fexture Life Wiki is how the Blue Dancer Charm works. So if we go down here to the bottom, it shows us this formula, basically, that tells us what we need to be doing in order to get the most out of this charm. So anywhere below 8 weight is plus 0.15, so 15% extra damage. And then if we're below 16, we're getting 1.35, which is 13.5% more damage. So as long as we stay below 15, or we stay within 15, we're still rolling at light load, and we are not having to worry about losing any more damage of the Blue Dancer Charm. So I just wanted to point that out. And then if we go to the Charged Attack Talisman, which we don't have yet in the very beginning of the episode, but we do go get it. So a little bit of a spoiler alert there. We do go get this. This increases charged attack damage by 10%. So no matter what, just a heads up. I don't know this. This is future Say-La-Vee going over this bit here. But at the time of me getting this charm, I didn't realize that the Blue Dancer Charm was overall a better damage option. So just wanted to get that recorded and slammed out in the beginning of the episode. So I hope you enjoy what you see.
Hey!
Hello viewers, this is Say-La-Vee and we are back with our Elden Ring Spellblade Let's Play. We are on episode 3, and if we look down in the corner, we've got 20,000 runes, which I have been doing a little bit of grinding. So up here on Stormhill, right behind Warmaster's Shack, is a little ledge. So if you go to the Site of Grace, and then if Bernal is right there, I believe his name is Bernal, right? Yeah, Knight Bernal. So if you go to his shack and you go out behind it, out here on this little area, go immediately left, you can find a bunch of tarnished sunflowers used for the holy pots. And then if we go down the hill here, right here will spawn a death bird if it's nighttime. But primarily we're here for these trolls. So there are 5 trolls out here on this ledge. And if you manage to take all of them down, each of them drop 1,000 runes. So it's a really, really good way to farm runes in the early game. Which not every player wants to farm runes, because it can get a little boring, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But the fun part is that every time you kill one troll, you get a flask back. So you can, with a build like this, drain your FP bar, switch back to your weapon, and then once we take out this troll, go in for the critical for the kill. So now that our FP bar is empty, we can fill it back up, and boom, we don't suffer any consequences for it. So right up here is the next troll. Jump over that little ledge. I like to initiate by missing the attack, apparently. If you start out too close, they will stomp. Go in here. This guy's pretty easy to take out because he starts out paused like that. But pretty easy to finish off. Let's reset our ability here. Kill off our FP bar. And we are Spellblade, so let's go in here with some more spells. The rolling attack on spears is quite nice. But another reason why we're here, I haven't done this yet because I wanted to show you guys on camera. So right here is a little statue that is glowing. And in order to break that statue, we need the help of this troll. So we're going to upset him. Just kill off the rest of our FP bar with another one of those. Now that he's going to take his sword out, that one big attack is going to break this. And that's going to give us 5 smithing stone 1s and 1 smithing stone 2. And I went to block. I'm just going to roll this last attack. Gonna heal. I am pretty good at fighting these guys because I've done this farm so many times. But now that we have completed one last run through of that hill, I want to make our way to Round Table Hold to get access to the higher ability, or the blacksmith there. Then he can actually upgrade our items past level 3. So our demi-human queen staff is going to be our staff for quite some time. So if we head over here, we've got 18 smithing stone 1s and then 3 smithing stone 2s. So that means that we can get that staff all the way up to level 4 right now. We just need the ability to get to level 4, which unfortunately means that we need to get to Round Table Hold. Now, you might think that we have to kill Margit first to get there, which honestly we could kill Margit first if we really wanted to. Oh. Alright, so we took care of them. Another thing that I want to get, we can go grab right now, is up here on this ledge is another troll. And then right behind that troll is the strength knot tier. Take him out with some spells. Alright, he is down. And now we go over here, and this little pot is holding the strength knot tier, which is going to give us 10 strength in our flask of physic, which is very important because it is a damage boost, even though our staff, or spear I guess, is running primarily off of dexterity. So let's go over here, swap it out for the heal that is currently in our flask. Here to mix physic. We're going to replace the crystal, or the green spill. So, if we take a look at our equipment, we've got 160 and 42, and then this is 31 and 12. And then when we consume our physic, it's 160, 48, and 31 and 12. So I don't think that actually did anything. Check it out. Okay, so we got 6 extra damage by using the flask. So, not super great at the moment. We might switch it back out eventually, but it is definitely a boost that we can appreciate for now. So, let's run our way past this guard, and then swap over to our staff, and then up here is a Ash of War Scarab. It is going to give us the Wild Strikes. So let's go past here now that we've taken care of him. Switch back to our spear, because why not? And then we want to go out onto this bridge past the Finger Reader Crone. Another thing that I did while we were off camera is I fixed the boss overlay, so it is actually going to allow us to respawn bosses again. I don't know how that got messed up. I think I've just been loading or injecting the mod from 2 different files. So we've got it fixed now. It will respawn bosses the right way. I did some testing with it. I tested fighting the Beastman of Fair Missoula again, and no, you do not get multiple versions of drops. So we didn't get a second Flame Drake Talisman, which is no big deal. We weren't looking to get another one. It was more of just a question of if that was possible. So we didn't end up getting multiples. But I figured I would let you know. So we are currently right now heading out around Castle Stormvale. And we should get a little pop-up here soon saying that we have entered Liurnia of the Lakes. Right there. So we rest at this site of grace. Let's run down here to this graveyard. And then once we get to this graveyard, we grab this Academy Scroll to get access to a couple of new spells. We might as well stop into this church real quick and grab the Sacred Tear. We'll talk to Thops a little later on. There's an NPC in there. His name is Thops. He is a sorcerer that comes from the Academy of Rea Lucaria, which is the area for this region, or the big dungeon for this region.
Forgive me. I've been testing you to determine if the Elden Ring would truly have you, if you had the mettle to endure this long and arduous path. It seems my worries were unfounded. Torrent had your measure from the very start, whereas I merely pretended. There is but one other thing I can do to offer you guidance. I can take you to the Round Table Hold, gathering place of Tarnished champions, guided by grace.
And then she is going to bring us to Round Table Hold.
Rest upon you for but a moment.
All right, so now that we are on our way to Round Table Hold, we've got some NPCs to chat with, so let's do that.
Oh, I see you've just arrived. Welcome to the Round Table Hold. I'm Corin, a man of the cloth. I teach incantations, the strength granted us by the Two Fingers, and explore the secrets of the Golden Order, so that one day, if a Tarnished of the Round Table Hold should become Elden Lord, I might counsel them, ensuring order regains its proper form, righting rule over men. By the way, do you still see it? The guidance of grace. You do?
We do.
Wonderful news. Most Tarnished are blind to it these days. You are something of a rare breed. Well, what do you say? Care to learn an incantation of the Two Fingers?
So he sells us all of these spells, which are incantations. They are faith-based instead of intelligence-based. So we're not going to be grabbing any of these anytime soon. However, we might eventually boost faith up enough so we can use a cleansing spell later in the game. And there's this knight over here.
Ah, hello. You must be new here. Well, just call me Dialos. The honor of one's house holds little import in these lands. By the way, have you met a young woman named Lanya on your travels? She's my servant, but fickle as the wind. Take your eyes off her for but a moment and she's good as gone. If you find her, please be sure to tell me. Be sure to tell me if you meet a young... She's a servant, she's been my... I've lost count of the number of times I've had to find her like this. Honestly, she's...
So his quest line takes place in Liurnia. We'll deal with him a little bit later. And this is Roderica, the girl who gave us the spirit out in the Stormhill.
Greetings. Nice to see you again. My name is Roderica. I should have told you sooner. Isn't this place impressive though? The Round Table Hold, covert quarters of the Two Fingers, and gathering place of champions who vie to become Elden Lord. I never knew the guidance bestowed upon us Tarnished had such fantastic roots. Although it's all a bit much for me, in truth. I'm still looking for my own purpose. It's all a bit much for me. I'm still looking.
Alright, so let's head back out here to the blacksmith.
You're a new face. No matter. It's all the same. Lay out your arms. Let's get smithing.
Let's chat with him real quick.
The girl you brought here. She's crestfallen and can scarcely swing a blade. But she has a gift for spirit tuning. I saw another one like her long ago. Their eyes share the same hue. I see you've noticed the chains. Nothing special. I'm a prisoner and these are my chains. I'm trapped by the hold. Undying, smithing for you fools. That's all there is to it. No, don't read too much into it. Well, no grudge against you. My being a prisoner is no fault of yours. Besides, I don't mind smithing. Despite my differences, the weapons get stronger all the same. Given time, technique never fails. Besides, it helps me forget the sheer terror of her.
Alright, so now that we have heard everything that he wanted to say, this is another place that we can turn Ashes of War onto our weapons. We can also duplicate them here if we had lost Ashes of War, which we will eventually, and we're going to duplicate no skill. So we can look forward to that in the future. But primarily we are here to strengthen our staff to +4, and now with 3 more smithing stone 2s, we will be able to get our +5 staff. So we've gone up from 128 scaling to 137, I think is what it was before. And then we're going to need smithing stone 3s to improve this any further. So no big deal as of right now. I don't think we're going to increase any of these weapons just yet. We are going to want a bludgeoning weapon at some point, but I will have to find one that scales off dex, or we're just going to have to rely on using the what is it? We're going to have to rely on the keen, I think. So we would have to find an Ash of War and then inscribe it with keen, I think is what they call it. But let's head to the map. Round Table Hold is down there in the corner, if you weren't aware. Let's head up here to Sorcerer's Cell, and we're going to turn in that Academy scroll that we found. So let's run over here to her.
There you are. Shall we commence?
Give a scroll, the
Is that a
Academy
scroll?
scroll.
Takes me back to my academy days. Very well. This is sorcery with which I'm not entirely unfamiliar. I'll be sure to incorporate it into one of your lessons. Never lose that inquisitive spirit, my apprentice.
And then here we have access to Glintblade Phalanx. And I think Glintstone Stars is the other one. So this one fires 3 magical shooting stars. It pursues the target. It can be cast in motion and it can be charged. I think this is another one we are going to be getting on here pretty soon. And then we also have the Great Glintstone Shard and Swift Glintstone Shard. So Swift just moves a lot faster and does less damage. And then the Great Glintstone Shard is just like the Pebble, only does a lot more damage. So we will be looking into those eventually, but not just yet. And then let's use the runes that we have in our inventory. Use all those up. And then we will sit down and we will give ourselves as many levels as 27,000 runes will allow us. So level up. We are going to boost intelligence a little bit more. And then we can actually bring it to 20 and 20 right now, which is crazy. So let's do that. Our weapon should have gone up. Yeah, so now we're doing plus 51 damage. And then this is at plus 18. So, wonderful. We are seeing improvements. So, let's head out here real quick. There is one spot that I would like to check out, which is over here. If we warp to the Groveside Cave and then make our way around the cliff, there's another catacombs around there that I would like to go take care of while we are still wandering through Limgrave. So let's go this way. We're going to kill this guy just because we can. Might as well get the runes if they're sitting there. So we're going to head down here. And if you see that statue up there, in case you're not aware of what these statues are, you can speak to them or interact with them. And then a little blue line comes off them. And then if you open the map, it will show you that it's pointing in a direction. And they typically point you to areas that you wouldn't normally find unless you are quite thorough in your exploration. So let's run over here. We might as well take this guy out with the torch because I don't like the way he looks. And then here is another catacombs. So let's open this up, sit down, refresh our flasks, and then we will jump in. Let's activate this Lost Grace. Sit down real quick, just because. Let's see if we can memorize any different spells. I don't think we have anything else that I'm super interested in at the moment. I'm pretty sure Glintblade does more damage than Pebble, but we could try that out. Let's switch over here to Scholar's Armament. And because we're dealing magic damage, we are going to be doing a lot more damage to these guys than what we would normally be doing. Because piercing damage is not something they are weak to, that's for sure. You definitely want to use bludgeoning if you are putting up with too many of these guys, but we've got the Ghost Glovewort 1. We can cast one of those to take out this guy. Get 2 for this guy. Poke him one more time. Run over here, grab our Grave Violet. Grab our Grave Glovewort. And then up here on the wall, there is another enemy. We're going to shoot him so he falls down. And then when he hits the ground, we will take him out. Got to get in here real quick. Deactivate that by hitting it. Grab our Prattling Pate. Run back. Once we stop seeing fire come from it, it will stop. It won't do damage to us anymore. Let's knock this one down. Give him a little attack. And hit him with another. Let him run over here. Take him out. There's another one over here. The range on this jumping attack is not great. Oh, we were too close to him. You're very low on health. Take him out. I believe there was nothing else here. We got the flower in the back, and I believe there was a shiny on the ground that we picked up. Let's head over here to our ladder. Do 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 do. Take those guys out simultaneously because we have range. There is a guy right there around the corner. Take him out. Take this guy out. Grab our Wandering Noble Ashes from in here. And then lastly, we just have to jump off this side over here. Normally this is where that other imp is if you haven't taken care of him yet. There is one right there. We will snatch him real quick. I was too focused on forgetting to tell the game that I knew the door opened. Alright, so he is taken care of. We forgot a glove wart up there, so I'm going to run around and grab that real quick because it is important. And I will meet you at the door. Alright, so I ran back up to the Site of Grace and I sat down. I switched out the Strength Not Tier back for the regular, what is it? The Crimson Burst. Or not Crimson. The green one. So we have our stamina again. We do have that charge tiers. We might as well utilize the damage it's going to give us. And just like that, no hits taken. The Erd Tree Burial Watchdog is down. We get our Noble Sorcerer Ashes from her. And then this will bring us back to the entrance. So we've got two new summons. The Wandering Nobles and the Noble Sorcerer. And while they're not in a, like, fantastic use when it comes to damage, they are very good for distraction. So keep that in mind. We are just shy of another level, so let's run our way to another place. We can take this guy out real quick. So where do we want to go now? We've dealt with patches. Another spot that we can go to is we can clear out this camp and get ourselves a better shield. Oh, and it is nighttime. Let's see. Do we have the inventory? Do we have crafting for holy pots? We do. So let's get 4 of those. Let's put those down here on the bar. And let's go take out the death bird that's over here. That was definitely an early cast. Get this thing to spawn in real quick. Head up here. So they are very weak to holy damage. Okay. I was just spamming light attacks there. Definitely not what I should have been doing. Happens. It's part of the game. No big deal. The most important part of losing to a fight like that is that you recognize why you lost. I am aware that my confidence got in the way of that fight. So let's rest back to nighttime. And then the holy pots, we can craft some more of those. And then in order to make the holy pots, you need these golden sunflowers. So a good little thing to realize is that typically, if you're near a spot that will spawn a death bird, there are those sunflowers. They do a good job of putting them right in the same area, almost as like a tip. Hey, you can craft with these. You should use them for this fight. So we want to wait for him to get a little closer so we actually hit him. Of course, he is dodging. Alright, so we're going to have to... We can't craft now that we're in combat. So let's try and take him out with some magic first. Grab... Oh, wrong flask. Get some more spells out here. Alright, come this way, dude. Wow, okay. I was trying to get a charge attack off, but apparently he did not want that. So I think what we're going to do now is, instead of trying to fight him on that awkward hill, we're going to fight him on his own turf down in that field. Oh, not level up. Pastime. Okay, so let's craft some more holy pots. Alright, this attempt should be the winning attempt. I'm going to call it now. This is the last fight. Alright, so let's spawn him in real quick. Head back up here. And just like that, that is how you take care of the Deathbird. So let's grab that rune real quick. He's going to give us 2,800 runes and the blue feathered branch sword, which is... Ooh. Owl has gold eyes. He'll give us 5 runes instead of 1. So let's sit back down. Let's level up and get another level of mind for now, I think. And now, like we stated before, let's go take out this camp. Grab this rune that's just hanging out on the ground. Okay, so we can one-shot them with that spell. I don't know if that dog will die in one hit. Nope. Alright, so it's a good thing I double-tapped him. Hit him one more time. Okay, so he is taken care of. Let's grab these smoldering butterflies. Definitely didn't need to do that, but... Ooh, a chain tabard. Alright, so let's do that. We're going to hit this guy with as many spells as we can. Because just like Sir Pokey, he is a pain in the butt. Only he's got a great sword. Ooh. A little bit faster to the draw than I was. Double tap that dog real quick. Take care of him. Run over and grab this guy. We are doing some pretty good damage with this spear, so that's definitely what we want to see. Run over here and grab this item. Yes, I wasn't careful there. Alright, so we want to continue this way. Might as well take care of this dog while we're here. So now that we have that beast shield, that shield is actually going to have 100% physical block. So this brass shield is a lot better, but it is super heavy. So we're going to switch back to these trousers because they are better than the cloth ones, but the prisoner ones have I guess the prisoner ones are just better against slash and strike, but not physical overall. And then the cloth ones are better to all the different magical ones. And it has one extra poise. There's more red numbers, so we'll leave the prisoner ones on for now. No big deal. But now that we are still light load under 15, our what is it? Blue Dancer Charm. Our Blue Dancer Charm is running at higher efficiency, so definitely good there. I recognized that I did not upload the images of how the Blue Dancer Charm works like I said that I would last episode, so we're definitely gonna do something in this episode to make up for that. I think I'll do an intro, and if I do that, then you would have already seen it, so just forget about what I'm saying at this point. But quality would reduce our damage. Determination would improve our next attack. We could do that. We could stack it with charged attacks. Let's do that, actually. Let's apply determination to our weapon and see what is better. So let's put the no skill on here for now. And then let's put determination with standard on there. Let's go try out fighting this pumpkin head real quick with determination. So let's do Scholar's Armament, because that's what we would do. And determination. Grab this. Ooh. So determination overwrites 488 damage. Opposed to 305 when it's just a boosted charge attack. So definitely a lot of damage. But however, it overwrites our Scholar's Armament. So definitely going to have to keep that in mind. So let's go over here. Talk to this fellow.
Are you here as a customer?
We're going to purchase his smithing stones, his pot, and his book. And then he also sells a halberd, which I don't think we're going to be using because we are set with the spear for now. And then this book gives us pickled turtlenecks and then the poison bone stuff. And pickled turtlenecks are actually a very good way to get early game runes if you're looking for something to craft and sell. So you can keep that in mind. It's herba, row of fruit, and turtleneck meat. 617 damage. Something we could do is we could go grab the Axe Talisman and then just kind of stack ourselves on charge attacks for right now. And then once we know we aren't going to have time for charge attacks, that's when we can rely on Scholar's Armament. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Let's do that, actually. I'm going to get this Site of Grace. We will go fight the Tibia Mariner in just a moment. But let's take a seat real quick. Jump into the map. We need to go... Let's go to Fort Height. And then from here, we need to run our way into the woods. So let's run this direction. I know that we could be using more spells as our Spellblade, but I'm kind of thinking that with this talisman we are going to be doing a lot better with just sticking to some stuff. So let's crouch down so we don't alert this rune bear. Sneak in past him. And then down here in this ruins is our Axe Talisman. And then Axe Talismans increase our charge attacks. So Blue Dancer is boosting all of our damage right now. And then this boosts just charge attacks. So we're going to have to do another test to see what is going to give us more damage. We could test the damage right now. Hop on Torrent. Run out so he doesn't see us. Over here in this little area, there is a smithing stone in this chest. And then now that we are hearing the wolf, we can go back to Kale and get the emote to initiate contact with him. Let's go back to here. We're going to equip the charge talisman, just like that, and we are going to see what kind of damage we can pump out. So there is our prey, the Tibia Mariner. He is going to teleport. $305 damage. And that's a 305 damage, and that's with the Axe Talisman and the spell. Or with determination. So what happens if we go back to the Blue Dancer charm? $196. That was 316 damage on that guy. Okay, so it looks like it warped over here. Let's go chase it down. And we might actually want to just switch over to spells here. He will wipe out his allies. What is Scholar's Armament going to do for damage? 155. Heal. He is going to wipe out some of his allies. And there goes the Tibia Mariner, along with all the skeletons that he summons in. grab this item. He is going to give us the skeletal militiaman, and our first death root. Grab those mushrooms. And then over here, we are going to use one of our swordstone keys to get access to the stamina, the turtle talisman, which will increase our stamina regen. What have we fought? I think we've done 3 bosses today. It's pretty good. This is another place to go to farm the turtlenecks, if that's how you're going to be getting runes. $376, and it's still not enough to kill. Let's just get some of these turtlenecks. So 125 from a determination versus 154. It does also matter which way we hit them. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Get that back out. Leave here with all of our turtlenecks. We're going to run down this side and talk to our friend here. D is his name. About the mariner we just killed.
Ah, a Tarnished, are you? With a prowess for weeding deathroot. I'm known as D. I hunt down those who live in death and weed their deathroot. How would you like to earn the strength of beasts? If you're inclined to hunt more of those who live in death and weed their deathroot, then I'll introduce you to Geraint, the beast clergyman. I have a matter of my own to attend to, and the beast himself wishes for someone to take my place. Very well. Show me your map. I've marked the location for you, of a hidden gateway. It will lead you to Geraint, the beast clergyman.
So he shows us how to get to Geraint, which he will show you that, but you also don't need it in order to get to him. As long as you know where it is, you don't need his quest line to do such a thing. So we're going to run up to these ruins on the hill. And Geraint, by the way, is also a... he exchanges Deathroot for incantations, which, again, is the faith scaling spells. So we will not be using them, but we can go over to the Sending Gate whenever we please. So what is another boss that we can take out right now? I think... let's go to the church, talk to Kale real quick, and then we will head down and we will do the Bach quest. It's not a bad idea.
Always a the howl of a wolf. I suppose he must still be... I know. Next time you hear the wolf's howl, don't fret. I just have an inkling the two...
So he tells us about him, which we just need to use that emote, and then he will come down. What do we have for smithing stones right now? So we still don't have enough to level up our staff again. But from behind Kale, we go down this hill over here. That's where we come out in the beginning of the game. So down here on this side of the hill is another troll. So let's get our Scholar's Armament and Carrion Slicer activated. Oh, I did not dodge early enough. I also didn't expect a third stomp. Let him get your sword. Off your back. Alright, he's down. Wonderful. Down here on the beach, there is a Ash of War hidden scarab that we have to intercept on his little path. Let's go down here to where he turns the corner, and we will catch him in the act. See if we can get it first try. Nope, we missed him. Alright, so let's go to this corner real quick. See if we can't get him again. Got him. Over here on this side of the beach, there is one single guy watching over a dead body. I believe that he was sent to guard this body, and he ended up dying anyway. So he just sits down here sad that he failed his job, which, good for him. I mean, we killed him anyway, so it's not like it matters. We put him out of his misery. So this way on the beach is the cave where we are going to meet another salesman. And we are also going to find the cave where we need to complete Bach's questline. Or this part of Bach's questline. Not all of it, but we will see him. And we will see the next little bit. So we can definitely go for that. No big deal. It's nighttime, so all of them have red eyes. Let's go over here to this fella. Take care of it real quick. I don't know if there's anything here that we're going to need, other than maybe a cookbook. Oh, he does sell these, so let's get those. This is going to give us fire arrows and neutralizing boluses. He's also going to give us a club, which is strength only. And then a broadsword. Let's get... Do we want the shield? No, I don't think so. We might want that short bow, but let's not get it just yet. We'll think about it. Let's hop on Torrent, go back to the cave entrance. And then that will be the last thing we do for this episode. Take care of him. Being loud, don't like it. So let's head down here into the cave. I bumped up my gamma, so hopefully you guys can see in here. So basically he just says, don't go in here. You'll end up just like me. Let's sit down real quick. We cannot level. Let's see if we have any runes that we can use. See if we can get one level real quick. Okay. Yeah, we can definitely get a level now. We can definitely get a level now. So level up. Let's get another level of dexterity, I think. And then into the cave we go. I will equip our torch. We're still at light load. I think we'll take off our armor for now so we can stay below 15. Oh wait, no, 15's fine. It's 16 that we want to stay below. So Blue Dancer Charm is still going to be putting out peak efficiency here. Switch over to this. Crouch so we don't alert this enemy. We'll take care of him. From what I've heard, if we kill these guys before they see us, then the demi-human in the introduction, like the first demi-human chief, will not know we're here. Let's get lock on all these guys. And he's a bigger one, so he's probably going to need 2. Nope, okay. Go back to the torch so we can see. There's one more down there, I believe. Don't know where. There is one over here. We will take him out once we get to the bottom of this tube, though, I think. Hit him with 2. His friend knows we're here, but hasn't yelled yet. Okay, so we've got him done. He dropped his falchion, which is another good dex weapon. Let's crouch real quick. Try not to alert this guy. Take him out with the spell. Alright, so this place should be cleared now. So I'm hoping that when we get in here, this guy will be still kind of taking a nap. We don't want to summon in him. That ruins our stealth attack. So let's grab this. Grab the Scholar's Armament. Might as well drink our flask. Alright, we sneak around this side. There is the chief. Hit him with as many glint blades as possible. Which was definitely overkill. That's what I like to see. Gotta make sure we're dodging, because that other chief is right here. Hit the spells. Oh my god, I didn't realize that we were that low on health. Alright. So, oops. Alright, let's run back down in here. Now that did work. So maybe we do it again. Let's see, actually. Let's put the torch up here. Put the torch in our right hand. And we can still glint blade. Okay, one killed him last time. Okay. Let's crouch. Head in here real quick. So we can grab lock on him. Crouch back down. He watched his buddy die, but he doesn't know we're here. So he's not going to yell. Okay. And now, there's only one guy left, which we can see from this corner. Alright, so let's grab that. And he yelled. Alright, I forgot about him. So, our ruse is gone, I think. Drink our flask. Alright, let's try this one more time. No, wrong spell. Try and get out of all of their way. Grab a heal. Okay, so he's taken care of. top off on FP again. Crouch. Lock onto the chief. Easy mode, take out the boss. Alright, they are taken care of. And he was locked into attack, so he was going to attack us. And because of that offense, I'm going to kill the rest of your people. Wonderful. Oh yeah, cannot use torrent. Gotta make sure that we grabbed our runes, which we did. Okay, let's continue down this path first to our next little area. Go back to our torch so we can see what we're doing. Top off on FP. Oh, we can't. Alright, so fortunately we're stuck with the torch. That's fine. It is still a weapon. Take care of that guy. Take care of these two guys. And then this island out here at the end of this cave is going to be where the first Church of Dragon Communion is. Or I think this is the Church of Dragon Communion, and then later in the game you find the cathedral. So let's grab the gray site that is here, just in case we need it eventually. And then there's a somber stone down on the other side. But we will get that later. No, let's get it now, because then we'll forget about it. Let's sit so we can cast our spells on it. Alright. Let's finish off this one last quest. We keep saying that, but we're still recording. Longer episodes, woohoo. I like the longer Elden Ring episodes. I don't tend to go through and cut out a whole bunch. I let the game speak for itself, and I just kind of act as the intermediary when it comes to content. I know that I could be talking a lot more, but you guys seem to enjoy the content either way, so I definitely don't want to change it if I don't have to. It's a lot easier to produce these bigger videos when there's only one or two cuts.
What are you doing here?
He says the same thing. We give him the needle.
Is that what I think it is? You got it back for me. My sewing needle. What made you go and do a thing like that? My mum was a seamstress, and that sewing kit was all I had to remember her by. I always wanted to be just like sweet old mum. Then I suppose I can't just curl up and die, can I? Thank you. You're very kind. I always wanted to be a seamster like my mum. Then I suppose I can't just curl up and die, can I?
Alright, so that completes his portion of, or the first leg of his quest line. So that is a successful episode 3, I do believe. So I appreciate you guys watching. If you liked the video, leave a like. If you disliked it, dislike it. If you have anything you'd like to say to me, leave a comment down there in the comment section below. I do like and love most comments, and I will respond if you've got any sort of good feedback. So definitely don't be afraid to comment. If you like what you saw, don't hesitate to give me a subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can know when the series is continued. But for now, this is Say-La-Vee, so have a good night or good morning or evening or afternoon or day or whatever it is for you. You have one of those, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.